Pregnancy is a beautiful journey, but sometimes during pregnancy, your body sends some signal. Some are very normal, but some may crucial for you and your baby too. Hi, I'm Ankita Sen. Welcome to my channel Nursing Sensation. In this video, I'm going to discuss about 9 warning signs during pregnancy which you never missed or never ignored. Even one can cause life threatening for you or your baby. So, stay with us till the end because knowing of this may save one's life. First, I will discuss about the vaginal bleeding or spotting. So, a little spotting might be normal, okay, during the early pregnancy. The woman may complain like short time period bleeding, which may be pinkish or brownish in color. I mean, a lighter color rather than menstrual bleeding, okay. And this bleeding can happen for 2 or 3 hours, no, few hours, or 2 to 3 days intermittently. But if this bleeding is persistent and a huge in amount, and along with that there is a clotting, painful bleeding, and a heavy bleeding, that may cause a serious conditions, and that is a warning sign, okay. In this condition, please don't wait or don't ignore that as a spotting or a implantation bleeding, because the implantation bleeding can happen, the implantation happen on the 6th day of fertilizations, so you can get the implantation bleeding as a spotting, which I have told you that the color will be very brownish or pinkish or lighter than the menstrual bleeding. But if it is a red flag or a warning sign, in that case the bleeding will be brighter, fresh blood will come and will be heavy, painful, and clotting will come, okay. So in that case you have to consult with your doctor immediately. So don't ignore and don't wait. Next, I'm going to discuss with you about the severe headache or the vision change. If you suddenly feel that there is a severe headache, you're having a blurred vision, okay, you cannot see the things properly, and there is a irritation with the lights, there is a flashing of the lights, okay, that's not normal, because these are the sign which is knocking you as a signs of or alarming signs for the preeclampsia. So what is preeclampsia? Preeclampsia is a condition where there is a high blood pressure during the pregnancy, and this is a life threatening condition. Trust me, this is a life threatening condition. In this condition, the baby along with the mother can affect, and the baby can demise if it is ignored or not noticed immediately, okay. So this is the very important thing, that is the severe headache and the vision changes. Now the third I will come, that is a decreased or no fetal movement. Generally, the women are coming to our OPT and saying that I can feel some bubbling or fluttering in my womb or my abdomen at the time of 16 weeks or 20 weeks, 22 weeks. If it is a primigravida, then they are usually start to feel the quickening, I mean the baby movement, fetal movement at around 20 weeks or after 20 weeks of pregnancy. But if it is a multigravida, it's happened 2 weeks earlier sometimes, okay. If your baby is moving regularly in a same pattern, in a same time, suppose some women are saying that my baby is moving when I'm sleeping, the some are saying that my baby is moving when I'm hungry, the some are saying my baby is moving when I am after my when I'm taking my meal or after my meal. So this is the different pattern for the fetus to move. So if the woman is feeling that the baby is not moving like other days, usual days, okay, baby has slowed down the movement or stopped the movement, then what you have to do is that you have to first have some light food. Mind it, have some light food, okay. If you have some heavy meal, maybe you could not feel your baby movement, okay. So have some light food and then have some water, calm down, relax, lie on the side, either right or left. If it is a pregnancy more than 20 weeks of pregnancy, then lie down on the left, okay. And if it is less than 20 weeks of pregnancy, you can lie down in a right or left or whatever, doesn't matter, okay. And then focus and try to take some deep breath, like, okay, try to take some deep breath, because if your baby is maybe fatigue or lethargic due to the uh, insufficiency of food, I mean the glucose storage or the oxygen. So you're giving your baby food by when you are consuming the food, you are giving oxygenation by taking the deep breathing, extra oxygenation to your baby, okay? And now you're lying down and giving your baby space or relaxation to move. Okay, so for now doing all this, having some food, water, lie down on side, take some breathing. Now you have to focus on the baby's movement, okay? So you have to focus for 2 hours. First, if you take the food, the baby should be move within 10 minutes, if not within half an hour, definitely once, okay? So you have to focus for 2 hours your baby is moving or not. In these 2 hours your baby should move 10 times. Yes, in these 2 hours your baby should move 10 times. And try to talk with your baby. Place your hands on your abdomen and feel your baby and try to talk with your baby. Still, if the baby is not moving or there is no movement at all, it's a red flag. Your baby needs medical attention. You need medical attention. Your pregnancy needs some medical attention. So come to the hospital and take the advice from the consultant doctor. Okay, now come to the fourth warning sign, that is swelling on the face, hands, and the legs. So mild swelling is normal. So many women are coming with a mild swelling. It is totally normal. Okay, in the early or late pregnancy, whatever. But when the pregnancy, when the swelling is sudden swelling is there on the face, hands, feet, fingers, and the swellings are painful. Okay, and along with this painful swelling, there is a headache, there is a vision change, there is a blood vision. So this is again a red flag or a warning sign for the preeclampsia. Maybe the woman is developing the preeclampsia slowly or silently. So in this condition also you have to go to your nearest hospital, at least have your BP monitoring, blood pressure monitoring, okay? And try to talk with your doctor along with, by saying your sign and symptoms, okay? Now come to the high fever or the chills. So this is also when the woman is having fever more than 100.4 degree of Fahrenheit or 38 degree of centigrade during the pregnancy. It is risky. Yes, it's risky. And because this may cause the cause or the indications from some infection, for some infection like urinary tract infection or infection in the amniotic fluid. So what is amniotic fluid? This is a fluid in which the baby is floating or the baby is moving. Okay, in the womb the fluid is there. So if I just compare with aquarium, when there is a clear water, the fishes are moving very freely, they are very happy taking the oxygen properly from the water, it's okay. But when the water is stagnant for some days, not clean properly, so you can see the water is not transparent, okay? So it is something, there is a stagnation of the dirt on this water. So the fishes can't take the breathing properly from this water. So like the same way, if the amniotic fluid is with infection, so baby can get the infection very fast. Along with that, the amniotic fluid can get infection very fast, which may affects the pregnancy, okay? If the amniotic fluid is infected, that may affect the pregnancy. And if the amniotic fluid affects, that may cause the infection to the baby and that having an impact later on, definitely. So in this case also, if you have fever along with persistent fever along with the belly pain, I mean the abdominal pain, consult with the doctor immediately. Okay. Now come to the severe abdominal pain or cramping. So mild cramping is normal because the Braxton His contraction is continued throughout the pregnancy, which is uncomfortable by feelings. Okay, it's coming and going. It's not giving any discomfort to the woman. So mild contraction or cramping is okay. But if it is sharp, intense pain, and especially in the lower abdomen of the woman, then it's a red flag or a warning sign, because these may indicate, the placenta abruption or the preterm labor or the ectopic pregnancy, etc., etc. So in that case, what I have said, that placenta abruption or the abruptio placentae, preterm labor, and this ectopic pregnancy, three of these conditions can't be ignored for a meantime also, because ectopic pregnancy can cause the rupture inside, hemorrhage in the mother can be deteriorate. Okay, preterm labor, if the baby will come in a preterm condition, so again it needs some advanced management later on. If it is a placenta abruption, it can happen, it demise the fetus. It can also affect the maternal hemodynamic status. Okay, the maternal parameters will be disrupted by this placenta abruption. This condition is life threatening for the baby and mother both. So these three conditions, not one single one, is also uh, should be taken lightly. So in this condition also, if you have to just run to the hospital immediately. Now come to the leaking. Okay, that is sometimes known as a water breakage or fluid from the vagina. So to ensure that first that the fluid is coming from the vagina, because in the advanced pregnancy, when the fetus is growing, womb is growing, okay, uterus is gravid more, okay, so it's giving pressure to the bladder. So in that condition also there is inconsistency is coming, I mean the urine are coming in a period interval which may not be hold by the woman sometimes. So you have to understand that urine is coming or the fluid is coming. Okay, I mean there's a rupture of membrane, this amniotic sac, the membrane has ruptured, and from there the fluid is coming. So how you can differentiate that? If it is a urine, so if you just sit on the commode, you have you can evacuate your bladder, and that will not come again and again and again. But if it is a fluid, it will come slowly. Sometimes a gush of fluid can come. Okay, so that is the examinations or the uh, subjective data that the woman can give you. Okay, so if you feel that there is a sudden gush of fluid is coming, or there's a consistent wetness, slowly some fluids are coming. Okay, so your water may broken. So in these conditions, if it has happened before 37 weeks of pregnancy, we are saying that is a preterm rupture of membrane, and it's really a urgent issue. You have to run to the hospital definitely. Okay, so this is the warning sign. If it is after 37 weeks of the pregnancy, which is normal, okay, that is we are saying that term rupture of membrane, which is very normal. In that case also, you no need to run to the hospital, but you need a hospital admission if the other parameters are not normal. Now come to the painful urination or the burning sensation, the eighth warning sign. So if it is painful or a burning, both of this is not normal. It's not for pregnancy, it's for day-to-day life also, right? So if it is there's a painful or burning sensation, so this is may cause the infection, that is urinary tract infection. So it is if it is untreated, then what may happen? It can cause a kidney infection for the women, and for the baby and woman, I mean for the pregnancy, it can land up with a preterm labor, as because the infection is there, so it will land up with the preterm labor. So you need a medical attention for this also. The last one and the ninth one is the breathlessness or the chest pain, okay, or the respiratory distress. So if there is a sudden onset or the shortness of breath in that condition, or the chest pain is there, so it could indicate there's a blood clot in the lungs, which may be the pulmonary embolism, which needs a medical attention definitely. Okay, if there is a severe shortness of breath, severe means you can't take breath. Okay, even it's a air hunger. Okay, so you're struggling to breathe and feel you are suffocating, you are not able to, you are inhaling but you are not able to take the breaths, you need immediate medical attention. Okay, next, if it is shortness of breath accompanied with the chest pain, dizziness, or the rapid pulse, so all vital parameters are abrupted. Okay, this could be a sign of preeclampsia, or severe heart related issues may happen. Even the woman can go to the shock. Okay, either respiratory arrest or the cardiac arrest may happen if it is not treated for a long time, or it is neglected or untreated or ignored. Okay, so these are the 9 warning signs during the pregnancy. So pregnancy changes your body in a many ways. Okay, many, I mean many ways, because every systems have some changes. Every means every systems. Okay, pregnant women know their bodies best, because they are experiencing the changes in their own body. So trust in your instinct. If it is a good instinct, you have to trust. If it's an alarming instinct, You have to trust. So your instinct and your awareness can help and protect you and your baby to get a fatal conditions. Okay, knowing of this warning sign is not just helpful, it's also a life saving. So you know that you are aware of that, it's helpful as well as at the same time it's life saving. How? If you feel something, you can go to the hospital. If you feeling something, you need a medical attention, so you go for the medical attention. So it's a life savings attempt by knowing of all that. So if you or your any friends or your any loved one is experiencing any of these symptoms, maybe one of these symptoms, okay, they need immediate medical attentions. Okay, so don't wait and don't guess that this can happen, this can resolve, or this may take time to resolve. No, so this is the not time of guessing during your pregnancy, because you're dealing with two life, that is woman and the baby inside. Okay, so don't wait and don't guess. If anything is not right, always share to your doctor, go to your doctor, consult along with your doctor. Okay, and spread this information or awareness to everyone, maybe your loved one, your friends. Okay, even may you may be aware of spreading these informations. Okay, and you can achieve a safer pregnancy. Okay, so listen to your body, I mean listen to your own instinct, what your body is giving signal to you. Stay safe and stay informed. If you found this video helpful, then please like, share and subscribe my channel to get pregnancy and health related content. Till then, stay safe. Thanks for watching.